From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Tuesday, March the 5th, 2019. Democratic lawmakers are said to be working on a resolution condemning anti-Semitism in response to recent remarks made by Minnesota Representative Ilhan Omar, suggesting that supporters of Israel in Congress hold allegiance to a foreign country. We had reported to you that Omar, who previously had used anti-Semitic tropes on Twitter, made additional offensive statements last week at a town hall in Washington.
I want to talk about the political influence in this country that says it is okay for people to push for allegiance to a foreign country.
Referring there to Israel. When met with criticism from her fellow members of Congress, including from Eliot Engel, chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee where Omar has a seat, and from New York Democrat Nita Lowey, among others, Omar doubled down. On Friday, Engel called on Omar to apologize for her, quote, vile anti-Semitic slur. Engel also on Saturday condemned an anti-Muslim display at the Capitol last week targeting Omar, calling it unacceptable. New York Democrat Nita Lowey also condemned the display and tweeted, anti-Semitic tropes that accuse Jews of dual loyalty are equally painful and must also be roundly condemned. Omar responded to that tweet, writing, our democracy is built on debate, Congresswoman. I should not be expected to have allegiance, pledge support to a foreign country in order to serve my country in Congress or serve on committee. Yesterday, the CEO of the Anti-Defamation League, Jonathan Greenblatt, sent a letter to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi asking for a congressional resolution rejecting anti-Semitic statements like those made by Representative Omar and making clear that no matter the political party, the House is united in condemning anti-Semitism. The World Jewish Congress also called for the resolution. Its chair, Rabbi Joel Myers, wrote, we condemn Representative Ilhan Omar's remarks falsely accusing pro-Israel groups and political leaders of undue influence and questionable loyalty that promote and spread anti-Semitic stereotypes and urge our leaders to condemn and sanction them. Adding that long-held U.S. support for Israel is historically based on shared values and the fact that Israel is the only democratic and reliable ally for America in a critical region of the world. A resolution against anti-Semitism is expected to be presented in the House as early as tomorrow. It remains unclear if it will specifically mention Omar in its text. Jewish organizations are outraged over a display in a street carnival in the Belgian city of Aalst on Sunday, where participants paraded giant puppets of Orthodox Jews with a rat standing on gold coins with bags of money at their feet. The Vismulin group who created the display told a Belgian blogger they did so to address rising prices in Belgium. The umbrella groups representing Flemish and French-speaking Jews in Belgium complained to the federal UNIA watchdog on racism about the incident. B'nai B'rith International said they were disgusted by the display, saying if we didn't know better, we would think this parade was happening in 1939 and not today. The puppets, they wrote, were not created in ignorance. It is clear the group is purposely scapegoating Jews for any local economic troubles. And they called on the city to apologize for letting the display be a part of their celebrations. Well, Israel's lunar lander Bereshit took its first selfie today. SpaceIL and Israel Aerospace Industries, who sent the craft on its mission, shared that photo today, taken from a distance of 23,363.5 miles from Earth. Bereshit transmitted the photo to the control room in Yehud, Israel, showing the Earth during a slow spin of the spacecraft. You can also see in the photo the plaque installed on the spacecraft with the Israeli flag and the inscriptions Am Yisrael Chai, the people of Israel live, and small country, big dreams. And Israel's new airport is up and running, receiving international flights. The Ramon Airport near Eilat received its first international flight yesterday from Irish carrier Ryanair, less than 6 weeks after its official opening to domestic air traffic. The new airport is named for Israel's first astronaut, Ilan Ramon, who was killed in the Space Shuttle Columbia disaster in 2003, and also for his son Asaf Ramon, an Israel Air Force F-16 pilot who died in a training accident in 2009. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Tuesday, March the 5th. At 7 o'clock, it's episode 3 of the award-winning Israeli series, A Touch Away. At 8, author Gil Troy discusses how prior concepts of Zionism can be relevant today with Rabbi Elliot Cosgrove. At 9, Mark Golub sits down with American Zionist Movement Executive Director Herb Block on L'chaim. At 10, Israel's former ambassador to the U.S., Michael Oren, discusses the relationship between American Jewry and Israel and the future of diaspora Jewry. And coming up right after this newscast tonight at 6:30, In the News with Mark Golub, who speaks tonight with Harvard Law Professor Emeritus Alan Dershowitz. And that's the JBS News Update for Tuesday, March the 5th, 2019.